At Canberra for the running of the Black Opal Stakes. The weather's fine, the track is good. There are 15 final scratchings from the Canberra meeting. Race 1, number 8, Triple Your Music. Race 2, number 8, Impersonate. Race 3, number 1, Supreme Butterfly, and number 15, Stylish Prince. In the 4th, number 10, Great Adventure. In race 5, number 4, Tahua Can. Race 6, number 1, Major Fun. 8, St Plato, and number 12, Montecito. Race 7, the scratchings with number 9, Golf Circuit, a late scratching, plus the earlier scratchings of 15, Balmaria, number 18, Ed Mandy, 19, Bond Chance, and 20, Marinella's Gift. In race 8, there are no scratchings, and race 9 at Canberra, the scratching is number 9, Slick Chick. The jockey change for Canberra in race 7, Kay's Regret, to be ridden by the top Perth jockey, Paul Harvey. Now the gear changes in the first. Country Harvest, the lugging bit comes off. In the second, Mr McCord, a tongue tie on. Woogie, the tongue tie on and blinkers on. In the 5th, Elected has pacifiers and blinkers on. He's a Bull has the blinkers on. In race 6, Mr Bow, the lugging bit is off, plus the blinkers come off, but a Norton bit goes on, and Paris Dream has the blinkers on. In race 8, Music Video, a lugging bit and tongue tie are off, while Astro Starlet has the blinkers off. Sydney racing today is at Randwick. It's not quite royal because it's on the inside track. The weather is overcast, and now the trackside at Canberra. So let's go to Hilton.
Hello, Rod, and it's a magnificent day here in Canberra for the running of the $200,000 Group 2 Black Opal Stakes. And I can report that the sun is starting to appear from behind the clouds. There's been no rain whatsoever, and the crowd is fantastic for a pre-race situation at this stage. There would at least be 5,000 to 6,000 people already on course here at Canberra. We'll be talking to trainers and jockeys and sponsors throughout the day to keep you right up to date with what is happening on course here at Canberra. And Michelle Tizard has joined us as well. Michelle, is this your first Black Opal, or were you here last year?
I was here last year, and I'm looking forward to a great day today. Of course, the Canberra Racing Club really does put together a terrific program. The Black Opal has attracted quite a number of Sydney trainers, and some great horses going around in the Duesbury and the Tyco International as well. Looking forward to it.
Now, before anyone grabs your coat and pulls it, or that beautiful outfit that you're wearing from Table 8, have you got a tip in the big one?
I think it's, I'm not going to go for the favourite. I think I might go for Natch. I'm going to back Rod's tip as well.
You're a Rod Galegas fan like all of us, and we'll catch you throughout the day.
Thanks, Hilton.
Michelle Tizard trackside here at Canberra as well. It's a big day coming up, Rod.
Certainly is, Hilton, and Michelle's an excellent judge. The update of the totes on the first with 4 minutes to bet. Ideal bid $7.30. The other fancied runners, number 4 Waylon $4.70. County Harvest $3.70. Down to number 7 World Guide $7.90. And number 10 Tipsy Bell is an $8.40 chance, and they're double figures the rest. 3 minutes to bet at Canberra, and those runners shortly will be loaded into line. Now, with Hilton, in addition to Michelle Tizard, he's got one of the gurus of the betting ring with him, Michael Heath, who will be bringing you all the latest before every race. So let's go back to join Hilton and Michael.
Well, the runners are going to the barrier for the first event, and once again, Michael Heath has joined us with the late mail. Michael, how did you see race 1?
Pretty open affair, Hilton. Really only 3 chances in betting. Whichever way you look at it, you come back to number 4, Waylon, from the Barbara Joseph camp. Resuming from a spell today. Looks very well. The stable's in form. First up on debut back on in November. Caught right off the track here. Had no luck at all. Disappointed at Hawkesbury since, but was spelled immediately after that. The stable's got a big opinion of the horse. It has barrier trialled well. Last preparation did that, so indicating it's got plenty of ability. Looks tuned up for a big result today. Looking for dangers. Number 5 County Harvest comes into calculations. Last start a very good 7th in the Black Opal preview. A 2-year-old in an open maiden today. That is a task, but a horse on the way up, County Harvest. And John Morrissey, number 7 World Guide. Matthew Carl on board will hit the line very, very hard in what should be a quick run race. Could be suited World Guide. Summing it up 4 from 5 and 7.
Michael Heath with the late mail there. The first 2 races are maidens over the same distance of 1,200 metres. Good luck, and we'll be back with Tony Campbell shortly.
Couldn't have two better blokes looking after the maidens than Michael Heath and Hilton Donaldson. They are going to line, though, for the first at Canberra. The update of the fancied runners: number 1, Ideal Bid, $7.70. The late tip from Michael Heath, number 4, Waylon, is a $4.90 chance. Number 5, County Harvest, $4.40. World Guide, $9.80. And the other one in the market is number 10, Tipsy Bell, at $4.70. County Harvest, though, is the tote favourite as they start to fill the stalls for race 1 on Black Opal Stakes Day, one of the highlights of the Canberra racing here. Tony Campbell also agrees with number 4, Waylon, to beat 5, County Harvest, and number 1, Ideal Bid. So, and just before they jump there, we've got a late jockey change from Randwick in race 8, Come Spring, now to be ridden by Kevin Forrester. And the first at Randwick is 10 minutes away, where Krugelhoff is $9.80, Corradane $7.30, Northern Rover $9.10, Elegant Smoke $6.60, number 5 Scotland Calling $8.70, Mustaway $7. There's double figures then for Fair Kelly, La Danse, Tinket and Amatista. And the other one in the market is number 11, Tropical Breeze, at $5.60. Bryn Mawr, $35. Tappy likes number 11, Tropical Breeze, to beat number 2, Corradane, and number 5, Scotland Calling. And a couple of jockey changes for Hanging Rock, the Victoria Provincial meeting today. In the first, Kylie's My Girl, TAB number 8, now to be ridden by Colin Brow. And in the second, number 8, Lady Violetta, is a ride for Ron Aiken. And we still have got some late mail for Claire, Hanging Rock and harness racing. It'll come on the other side of race 1 on Black Opal Day. As we say now, good afternoon to Tony Campbell.
All in, race 1, stand by for a start. Sun beaming down. This is the first of 9, lighters on. Show Defiance, Mr. Billion standing up well. They're away, slowly away the President. Footstep didn't jump all that well. And down towards the inside, Show Defiance and Zintonia got away well. Waylon goes up, and also Ideal Bid is driving through. Armed Pirate and County Harvest are prominent, followed by Help down towards the inside. Then Lasoka Lass, Mrs. Simpson, the President gains ground, followed by Mr. Billions. Getting well back as they sort themselves out, World Guide, followed by Tipsy Bell Interrupt. And Footstep at the tail of the field, down the side, 700 out. And the leader was Show Defiance, about 2.5 in front of Ideal Bid. A long break behind those, Waylon moving to third, followed by Zinconia, then Armed Pirate. A further break in the field, Help further back in the field, then the President, followed then by County Harvest, around about centre field, County Harvest. A long break, the President, followed by Mr. Billions back on the inside. A long way on the turn behind that leading division there, World Guide, followed by Footstep and Mrs. Simpson. And Interrupt as well back with Lasoka Lass. In the straight, they've got about 350 metres to go. Ideal Bid raced up on the outside to hit the lead. Waylon is joining in on the outside, and then Zinconia, followed by County Harvest making up a bit of ground. It's Ideal Bid battling it out now with Waylon, and here's County Harvest, the 2-year-old, coming quickly. Waylon hit the lead near the line. County Harvest trying hard, but Waylon held on. Waylon has beaten County Harvest, third Ideal Bid. Then Zinconia, Tipsy Bell, followed by Interrupt. The next one was World Guide, followed by Footstep, Mr. Billion. Armed Pirate well back in the field, followed by Help. Then Show Defiance, well back Mrs. Simpson, followed by Lasoka Lass, and the last one across the line being the President.
Michael Heath strikes in the first, number 4, Waylon, into $4.60 and $1.70, shorter in New South Wales. Number 5, County Harvest, $1.80. Number 1, Ideal Bid, $2, 4, 5 and 1. Couple more jockey changes at Hanging Rock in the third. Number 1, Albertine, to be ridden by Jason Stops. And also in the third, number 12, Zontian, is a ride for Terry Barry. And with correct weight, number 4, Waylon, $4.60, $1.70. Number 5, County Harvest, $1.80. Number 1, Ideal Bid, $2. Quinella, $8.60. Trifecta, $54.70. Now, finally, the recap of today's late mail specials. We've got 3 of them at Sandown today.
Find out what's happening late on the track ahead of the second race.
Here we are back in Canberra, and Michael Heath joins me for the late mail for race number 2. Michael, what do you like?
Very good betting race here, Michelle. About 5 or 6 chances actually in the betting. A lot of confidence about a few of the chances for sure. Look, on an each way basis, I thought 15 Prince Jan was foolproof. Awkwardly drawn, but he'll push forward Lenny Beasley from his wide barrier. Got a lot of speed, this horse. He'll go forward. Just failed to run out the 1400 metres last start. He's a very fit horse. Looks very, very well. I think he's on the up. He's a very much improved type, and I like Prince Jan a lot. Looking for dangers, 6 Mr McCord, a visitor from out of town coming all the way from Canberra. It's been placed over this course and distance. 2 starts ago, no luck at all at Bathurst. This is a nice race for Mr McCord. He's nice and fresh, looks well in the mounting yard, looks full of condition. And number 13, Glissando, a big chance, about 33 to 1 with the bookmakers. Glissando locked his run here last start. He needs a bit of luck in the run. Not a well-known jockey, Billy Capone, on board. If he gets the breaks, he could run home at big odds. Can't fault the condition of the favourite, number 5, Thanks for Ringing, from the Morrissey camp. Looks well. Just to think he's a bit of a in and out it, though. I'm prepared to gamble against him.
OK, Mike, thank you. Well, you've done very well in the first. Let's see how he goes in the second. Back to the studio.
Now, let's have a look and see what's happening on our next racing event from Canberra. They are behind the barrier. 760 Imminent Prince, 12 for Maybe Johnny, 350 for $1, 470 Thanks for Ringing. And with $15,000 in the win pool, it's 17 for Giugiani, 11 for Prince Jan. That's for race 2 at Canberra. Claire and its Capsize, Winsome Willie and Britmark, Quinella 11.20, trifecta $415.40 on race 1 at Clare. 1, 3 and 4 there at Caloundra, Ulysses, April Fool and Silvermine Bay. The placings at Caloundra 1, 3 and 4. Now Maryborough, Smoothers, 560, 280, Harper at $11.80. Outshine of 170, Quinella 155.50, trifecta $3,610.30 on race 1 at Maryborough. Let's take it to Tony for race 2 at Canberra.
Thanks, Nick. Waiting on Thanks for Ringing to move in. A huge crowd building up here today. It's a magnificent day, beautiful weather, big crowd, and I'd say by Black Opal time you won't be able to move here. Now, Thanks for Ringing about to be let in. Wurgie stands up. Hannah's Toy, Imminent Prince. Division 2 of the Win Television Maiden. Now they're all in. Boxed and ready. Starter coming around to release the field. Another big field in race 2, the Win Television Maiden. The line is set. 1,200 metres the journey. They face up well. And away they go. A fairly good level start, although Hummer missed it slightly. And Brave Gift down towards the inside, got away well, and out wide Maybe Johnny's looking for the lead. $1 is prominent, followed further back in the field, then Sherman Jude. And the next one behind those, Imminent Prince, further back behind those, then Hannah's Toy down towards the inside. Prince Jan is making up ground about centre field, further back in the field, then King Newley. Getting well back was Hummer, followed further back in the field as they race down the side. Georgiana, Mr McCord, well back was Arca Girl, followed by Glissando. And Wurgie at the start of the field at the 600 though, and Maybe Johnny well clear, about 3 in front. Thanks for Ringing second, followed then by $1 and Chairman Jude on the outside. Brave Gift is getting up along the inside rail. A break behind those, Prince Jan running on, followed by Hannah's Toy. Then Imminent Prince and King Newley further back behind those on the turn. Then came Hummer well back, Mr McCord, and the next one was Georgiana in the straight with about 350 to go, and Maybe Johnny is the leader. Maybe Johnny about 2 in front, $1 running on, and Thanks for Ringing between those, followed by Hannah's Toy. It's Maybe Johnny getting tired. Thanks for Ringing on the outside is running on. It's Thanks for Ringing, Maybe Johnny. Maybe Johnny is kicking back. Thanks for Ringing dive near the line. They hit it. Oh, it's close. Either Maybe Johnny or Thanks for Ringing. Now in behind those, then Imminent Prince, followed then by $1 and then Hannah's Toy. Out wide on the track was King Newley, followed by Brave Gift and then Glissando. Back behind those, Georgiana, Hummer, followed by Prince Jan. A long break, then Arca Girl, followed by Mr McCord. And well back then Wurgie, and pulling up very scratchily across the line, Chairman Jude. Oh, this is a tight one. Maybe Johnny and Thanks for Ringing. There's a nose in this. Well, normally if the rail was out, you'd favour the outside horse. It looked odds on that Thanks for Ringing was going to beat Maybe Johnny, but maybe Johnny has held on very, very well indeed, and it's made it very close. Now the judge calls for the photo. 1:11:52, 1:11:52, 36:72 the overall time. Well, I'm before the winning post here, and it may be inclined to favour the inside. If I was to have a pick, maybe Johnny, but by gee, it's close. It's very close to a dead heat, this. Maybe Johnny, and thanks for ringing. I think Imminent Prince may have got third. By the time I got back to the other group of horses, Imminent Prince was in front, but there's about three in three figuring in the photo for the third placing as well. Judge calls for the photo. I'll send the result down the line.
Looks like it's held on number 2, doesn't it? Thank you, Tony. Now updating Sydney, $4.90 for themes, $2.10.
And welcome back to Canberra. We're joined by Paul Harvey, Australia's most winningest jockey of the last season. Paul finished last season with none other than 165 winners, which is a marvellous effort, and he beat Alan Robinson by just half a win to be the most successful jockey in Australia last year in terms of wins. And Paul Harvey joined us today. Paul, what brings you to Canberra?
A horse called Natch. Yeah, the connections called me about Natch. He's a WA owner and said, would I like to come and ride the horse? And I thought it'd be a good opportunity to come and see Canberra.
Well, given that we're coming up towards the Autumn Carnival in Sydney, are you likely to stay or will you return to Perth?
I'll go back to Perth, but you know, I always leave my options open if something comes up. I mean, you've got to take everything that's presented to you in racing. You know, if you get a chance to ride over the carnivals, I think you've got to grab them.
165 winners last season. How's this season going?
Not quite as good as last season. I didn't start the season off so well. I was suspended for quarter of the year, 3 months, so it slowed me up a bit, but I've just starting to hit my straps a bit now, and I've sort of starting to draw clear on the Jockeys Premiership back home, but things aren't too bad.
Must be a good feeling. Of the 165 wins last season, what was the most memorable? Too many to remember?
I think for the year, I mean, Willoughby in the Railway Stakes. I mean, the Railway Stakes is a lovely race to win. I mean, that was at the beginning of this season, but for the year, that would have been the most memorable point, I think.
Nats drew the widest barrier against Laurie's Lottery in the Inglis Classic, the $600,000 feature at Randwick. Have you been on the horse yet?
No, I haven't had the opportunity to put my leg over the horse, but you know, from each run I've seen of him, he's always worked to the line quite well. He's first up for a couple of months, so I suppose that's a query that's over him. But he certainly looks a game little horse to me, and a horse that's still learning.
Well, it's good to see you in Canberra. I'm very surprised to see you, in fact, as many viewers of Sky Channel are, but it's fantastic to see you because you're a great rider, and best of luck today.
Thanks a lot, Hilton.
Good on you. Paul Harvey there, as you can see, Rod, the best trainers, best horses and best jockeys journey to Canberra for Black Opal Day.
Yeah, they certainly do. Thank you very much, Hilton. Now, race 2 at Randwick, $5.20 for themes, $2 for Lucy's way through the inner track at Randwick. The feature today, of course, on this day of racing will be the Canberra Black Opal. That'll be on later on this afternoon, and they've got big fields, the order of the day there for this Sunday, as racing goes some 7 days a week now. And there's plenty for everyone to punt on. Now, race 2 at Hanging Rock, an interesting place today, and 35 for Metal Gold, 15 proven tyres. Snowblind at 45, Cartel 11, Go Spending $4.90, Importer at 17, Lady Violetta 16, Mercurial 660, Message to My Girl at $7, 45 for Miss Tamweena, Torres Tide 98 and Gold Valley at $3.10 for the second at Hanging Rock. We'll take a short break and here with more is Hilton Donaldson.
Well, one of the major sponsors here today at Canberra is Win Television, with a great commitment to the local area, including racing, and the station manager joins us right now, Craig Smith. Craig, it's building up to be a great day.
Hilton, is going to be fantastic. I think 2 weeks ago was a great crowd here. I think it's just going to get bigger and better this year.
What about the Win Television commitment to Canberra racing? How strong is it?
We've always been committed to racing, not only in Canberra, through New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland and Tasmania. But this year we've decided to get more involved with the Canberra Racing Club. We're sponsoring all the race meetings during the year, the Canberra Cup, the Black Opal. We'll get involved with the Magic Million later in the year. It's just going to be fantastic. We're very excited about it, and they're getting the rewards.
It is a fantastic sporting area, the nation's capital. What sort of coverage does Win Television put into the local area?
We're very heavily committed to the Canberra area, Hilton. We're co-sponsors of the Raiders, the Cosmos, the Canberra Comets in their first year of the cricket. And it's been fantastic as far as they're concerned. You know, the success hasn't been there with the Comets and the Cosmos, but it will be later in the year, I think.
And the Brumbies, unfortunately, last night.
Yeah, that was disappointing, but I think they're playing a very good side. I think they'll bounce back. They proved last year they're a very good side, and I think they'll do well this year.
Well, thanks for joining us today on Sky Channel. It's great to see local television getting right behind local racing.
Thanks very much, Hilton, and thanks for your support.
Good on you. Craig Smith there, station manager of Win Television, and it's back to you.
Terrific. Thank you, Hilton, and thank you to Craig. Now let's take you to Caloundra.
Okay, Nick, all in the gates now for the 7 Sunshine Coast Handicap, and they're all ready to go.
From Canberra right now, once again on track, here's Michelle Tizard.
Thanks, Nick. Well, we're back here with Michael Heath for race 3 and his late mail tips.
G'day, Michelle. Very hard race here, the third. Certainly a pretty hard day all day around. It's the form, a lot of good depth in the form. I like number 70, Al Abjar, trained by Graham Rogerson. Looks very fit, this horse. That's the key to the race. A few of these horses are either resuming from spells or having their first or second runs back from spells. He's the fit horse on the scene. Dale Spriggs on board. Been racing around Gosford region, finding that company a little bit tough. A good winner at Wyong in the Class 1 event back in January. I thought he'd get a beaut run in transit from barrier 6. Dale's on board. He does ride Canberra well. Looking for danger. 16 Sweetener comes into the race. No luck last start. Caught off the track. Good winner at Goulburn on their Cup Day recently. And number 2, I should say, Brundar Rosie with the scratching of number 1. Brundar Rosie been racing another one, racing consistently. Had no luck from a wide gate last start. A drop in grade 2 and 4 runs back from a break. She's a very fit filly. So summing it up in race 3 at Canberra, 7 Al Abjar on top. Dangers 16 Sweetener and 2 Brundar Rosie.
Thanks for that, Michael. Back to you in the studio, Nick.
Well done. Thank you very much, Michelle. Good luck, Mike. Tipping well too. And they're moving in quite well. It's a big day. It's a big crowd there. Now let's have a look at race number 3 at Canberra. $5.50 for Brunda Rosie, $8.10 for Ken Point. Opera account $12, $11 for Inner Peace. Atticus Finch $8.40. Al Abjar at $8. 13 about number 8 Alcheminx. Okay, $7.90 for number 11 River Steam. Mary Punter at 22. You better hurry if you're going to get on there. We're not going to wait for anybody. Righto. Claire Dividends, Belinda, the winner. At Maryborough 2, by the way, we'll check, we'll see what it paid in a moment. Lord Antrona, Diesel, Damon, Viacon, Diablo, Quinella was $9.30. That trifecta $235.40. And Belinda, the late mail from Sam, got up at $1.20 and $1. Like a Shot Lombo was second. And Alicia Girl, third, trifecta $20.60 on race 2 at Maryborough. Well, they're moving in well. There's our Molokai about to move into the gates at Canberra. And just a few grey skies there over the Canberra racecourse, but bathed in sunlight at the moment. There is one riderless to tell us more. Here's Tony Campbell.
Matthew Carl out of the saddle. Thanks, Nick. Moving in well for this race. The Coca-Cola Amateur Class 2. The crowd building up all the time. We've got a huge crowd here at the moment. Cars everywhere. People everywhere. Now, Opera account goes up. Waiting on River Steam. Mary Punter and Dorado to move in. Now Mary Punter goes up towards the line, waiting on River Steam and Dorado to move in. Now the favourite on our tote. Looks like River Steam. It's a fairly open race, so River Steam is ridden by Paul Harvey, the leading West Australian rider. Paul Harvey here today. He got some good mounts. Now they're all in. Boxed and ready. Starter coming around to release the field. 1,400 metres the journey. The line is set. Waiting on the light. Ken Point stands up. Our Molokai Brunda Rosie. No light on as yet. Mary Punter stands up. Numia, Arato and Sweetener. Now, there's something causing some concern over there at the 1,400. Now they're set. The light is on. They're racing. Now Numia missed it by about a length or so and getting out well. Brunda Rosie, Opera account. Mary Punter out wide is going up and Atticus Finch is driving through. Down towards the inside was Ken Point, followed by River Steam. And Arado very wide is going up towards the lead, getting back behind those Inner Peace, followed by Sweetener. Back as they sort themselves out, Princess Ariel, followed by Alcheminx and Numia last of all. On settling down as they race towards that first turn. They've got about 900 to go. And the horse from Orange, Opera account, is the leader. A length in front of Arado, followed by by Mary Punter third. A break behind those Brunda Rosie. Further back in the field are now Molokai. Ken Point down towards the inside. A further break of about 2 behind those, then Atticus Finch, followed by River Steam. Then Al Abjar down towards the inside. Next was Sweetener, followed then by Inner Peace on the outside. A length or so back third last as they race up towards the turn, Princess Ariel. Second last was Alcheminx, and Umea slapped at with the whippers last of all. On the point of the turn, and the leader was Opera Count, taken on by Arado in the centre. Going up 3 wide was our Molokai. Mary Punter's down towards the inside. Then Ken Point angling for a run. The next one was Atticus Finch. Into the clear, Brunda Rosie, followed by River Steam, switched out. But as they race down towards the 200, Opera Count has kicked away again. Opera Count about a length and a half in front. Mary Punter second, Brunda Rosie on the outside. It's Opera Count getting tired. Here's Brunda Rosie and Mary Punter between those. Opera Count and Brunda Rosie. Brunda Rosie on the outside may have got there. Very close, maybe Brunda Rosie. An inch over Opera Count, followed then by Ken Point. Further back in the field, Atticus Finch. Mary Punter couldn't go on. Then in a piece back, Princess Ariel, then Arado. Further back to Sweetener, followed by Alcheminx and Umea. River Steam, never really a chance, followed by Al Abjar. And Al Molokai was one of the last to cross the line.
Now, race 3 at Sandown. Miss McCartney, $6.10, $2.20. Zephyr Dream, $1.50. Metal Ice at $7.60. Trifecta, $809. Race 3 at Ramwick updating. 6 away, $6.10 for Smart Guy. Gifted Guru, 14. Supreme Butterfly, $7.80. Mr. Blues, 15. Farmer John, $4.60. Juice Cade, $8.90. 18 About Magic of Shanghai. Direct Light at $5.60. Open at $6.60. 22 Liberty. Argold, 13. Interlink at $38. And Glyn at $29 for race number 3 at Ramwick. On the inner track, 516 from Johnny Tapp, Mr. Blues, Smart Guy and Farmer John. Eddie Cassar, race 3, number 6, Lady Almirad. Race 3, number 6, Lady Almirad, Eddie Cassar. 3 has run third at Canberra. It'll now be 2, 4 and 3 of those numbers there at Canberra. The state's leading jockey is Larry Cassidy, and he's with Hilton Donaldson right now at Canberra.
Well, Sydney's premier jockey has joined us here today at Canberra, none other than Larry Cassidy. He has a great ride in the feature today, the Black Opal Stakes, worth $200,000 at Group 2, and he joined us now on Sky Channel. Larry, a mixed day yesterday, 1 win for you. I suppose you're not accustomed to that.
No, probably not lately. Probably should have ridden 3, unlucky on a couple, but yeah, that's another story, and that's racing.
Gee, Waikikimukau's come of age in the last few starts, hasn't he? It took a long time for him to break back.
Yeah, you know, surprisingly he's put 2 together. I thought it'd be hard for him to put 1 together, actually, you know, going on his form. But, you know, those older horses, they win a race, they get a bit of confidence up again, and he's found a new lease of life.
Moving on to today, of course, you have a great ride in Marigo. Have you been on this horse anywhere before?
No, I haven't, no, but I have seen her race, and you know, she's got a little bit of speed. We're drawn a little bit awkward, but she's going to put herself up near the lead somewhere, and you know, with any luck, she might be too good for them.
You're well clear of the Sydney Premiership. The Premiership's over. It's in the bag. What's it like going to the races each time? Are you still desperate to get the 100 or the 150, given that you're about 30 or 40 in front, or do you think otherwise?
Oh, I just go to the races, you know, take every race day as it comes, and you know, if I've got 8 rides, I'd like to ride 8 winners. You know, you've got to go to the races with the mind that you can win on everything. It doesn't work out like that. You know, but you just got to do the best you can.
Well, it's certainly good for the Sky Channel viewers knowing that you're still so hungry, because they'll keep supporting you. You had a good win during the week on Bazile Bay. It was a fighting win. You looked around at the 300-metre mark and you thought, well, you're 2 in front, but did you think you were going to be beaten over the final 50? Yeah,
I did actually. I got to the 300-metre mark. Even though they run quite a slick time, I didn't think we were going all that hard, and I sort of got to the 300. And I got a little bit further than that, and I thought I was in trouble, and I really thought something was going to run over top of me. I was expecting something to flash along and get me in the last 100, but you know, he stuck his neck out, and it was a good, solid win.
Well, the fact that you didn't think you're going so fast is a real credit to the horse's ability.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the time, you know, it was probably a bit exaggerated, because we did have quite a strong tailwind in the straight, so it probably was exaggerated a bit.
Well, it's the 4th day you've ridden this week, so you're